Imagine waking up on a peaceful morning in a beautiful Roman city. The streets are alive with merchants, children are laughing, bakeries are filled with the smell of fresh bread, and people are going about their daily lives. No one knows that before the day ends, their entire world will disappear forever. This is not a legend. This is the true story of Pompeii, the city that was buried beneath volcanic ash nearly 2,000 years ago. Today, Pompeii is one of the most famous archaeological sites in the world. Millions of people visit its ancient streets every year, but few truly understand the terrifying disaster that froze this city in time. Welcome to History Uncovered. Let's travel back to the year 79 AD. Pompeii was a wealthy Roman city located near the Bay of Naples in southern Italy. It was known for its beautiful villas, busy markets, luxurious bathhouses, colorful gardens, and impressive temples. Life in Pompeii was comfortable. Merchants traded expensive goods from across the Roman Empire. Farmers sold fresh fruit, vegetables, and wine. Children played in the streets while artists decorated homes with beautiful paintings and detailed mosaics. To the people of Pompeii, it seemed like the perfect place to live. Overlooking the city stood a massive mountain known as Mount Vesuvius. The people saw it every day. They believed it was simply another mountain. Very few realized they were living beside one of the most dangerous volcanoes in history. Years before the disaster, small earthquakes had become common. Buildings occasionally shook. Walls developed cracks. Some wells even began to dry up. But the people ignored these warning signs. Earthquakes were common in the region, so most believed there was nothing to fear. Then came the morning of 24 August, 79 AD. At first, everything seemed normal. Shops opened as usual. Families prepared meals. Workers headed to the vineyards and farms. No one imagined that this ordinary day would soon become one of history's greatest tragedies. Shortly after midday, the ground suddenly began to tremble. People stopped what they were doing. Birds flew wildly across the sky. Animals became restless. Then, with a deafening explosion, Mount Vesuvius erupted. A gigantic column of ash, smoke, and volcanic rock shot high into the sky, rising for many kilometers above the mountain. The explosion was so powerful that it could be heard from miles away. Dark clouds quickly covered the sun. Day turned into night. Soon, small pieces of volcanic stone began falling onto the city. At first, many people watched in amazement. Some even believed the eruption would end quickly. But it only became worse. The rain of ash grew heavier. Roofs started collapsing under the enormous weight. The air became thick with dust, making it difficult to breathe. Families rushed through the streets searching for safety. Parents carried their children. Some gathered money and jewelry. Others left everything behind, hoping only to survive. The roads filled with panic. Horses ran wildly. People screamed for their loved ones. Many tried escaping toward the sea, believing boats would save them. Others locked themselves inside their homes, thinking the strong walls would protect them. Neither choice would guarantee survival. As darkness covered Pompeii, the city disappeared beneath a blanket of volcanic ash. But the worst was still to come. Far above the city, Mount Vesuvius continued roaring with unimaginable force. Deep inside the volcano, something even more deadly was building. Something that would erase Pompeii from the map of the world forever. As the eruption continued through the night, the people of Pompeii faced a nightmare unlike anything they had ever imagined. The thick layer of volcanic ash continued falling from the sky. Many buildings had already collapsed. The streets became impossible to recognize. Visibility was almost zero. People could no longer see where they were going. Some families remained trapped inside their homes, hoping the disaster would soon end. Others continued searching desperately for a way to escape. But Mount Vesuvius had one final and devastating surprise. Without warning, a series of pyroclastic flows rushed down the mountain. These were not ordinary waves of lava. They were deadly clouds of superheated gas, ash, and volcanic debris moving at incredible speeds. Everything in their path was destroyed within moments. The scorching clouds swept through Pompeii, leaving almost no chance of survival. Within a short time, the once busy Roman city had fallen completely silent. Homes, temples, markets, theaters, everything disappeared beneath meters of volcanic ash. Pompeii had vanished. For centuries, the city remained hidden beneath the earth. People knew that a great Roman city had once existed in this area, but its exact location was forgotten. Then, in the 18th century, workers accidentally discovered buried walls and ancient streets. Archaeologists soon realized they had uncovered one of the greatest historical discoveries in the world. As they carefully removed the ash, they found houses, shops, roads, paintings, kitchens, and everyday objects almost exactly as they had been left on the day of the eruption. One of the most emotional discoveries came when archaeologists found empty spaces in the hardened ash. These spaces had been created as human bodies slowly decomposed over time. By filling these cavities with plaster, researchers were able to preserve the final moments of many victims. Today, these plaster casts remind the world of the human tragedy that took place nearly 2,000 years ago. Pompeii is more than an archaeological site. It is a frozen moment in history. It teaches us how powerful nature can be and how quickly an ordinary day can become a life-changing disaster. Today, millions of visitors walk through the ancient streets of Pompeii every year. They see the houses, the temples, the shops, and the preserved remains of a civilization that was suddenly brought to an end. The story of Pompeii is not just about destruction. It is also about remembrance. It reminds us to respect the forces of nature and to learn from the past so that future generations never forget what happened beneath the shadow of Mount Vesuvius. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this documentary, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to History Uncovered, and turn on the notification bell for more fascinating stories from history.